Hey there internets, and welcome to another Diaries of a Board Game YouTuber. So today is Monday the 2nd of January 2017. So happy new year to you all, because this is the first one of this year. And let's see, what did I get done? Let's start with the week in review. There were 7 videos, but they were unboxings, so it's not really a lot of work there. Or they weren't all unboxings. There was the winners announcement for our first Review Wars, the best game of 2016. So if you want to find out who was nominated and who won, do check out the Review Wars videos. What else was there? So the unboxings. We had Hero Realms. So this is sort of like Star Realms, but Hero Realms. It's kind of fantasy themed version, and it goes up to more players. If you want to find out exactly what's in that box, do take a look at that. And along with that came 5 character pack unboxings. So these are little add-ons to the game that you will be able to pick up. The final unboxing just went up today, and that was a Star Realms promo pack. So if you want to find out what was in this promo pack that will soon be available at retail, do take a look at that too. So that was this week's videos. What else has happened this week? Well, of course, there was the whole New Year's thing, but I didn't really do much for that. We did have a couple of new arrivals. First one I want to talk about is from Paizo, and it's this giant book here. It's a huge hardback book for Pathfinder, and it is a campaign book. So the campaign this is for is Curse of the Crimson Throne, as it says down here. This is actually a reprint. They have already published these as individual adventures, 6 different adventures, kind of all following on from one another. But what they've done is they've compiled those into this big campaign book that will take you from level 1 all the way through to level 17, I believe. So it's 6 adventures in here, 6 different chapters, each one a different adventure arc, and it's a really interesting story that goes in a way that you wouldn't necessarily expect. And as well as having obviously those chapters, there's lots of character creation, new options in here, world building about the place that it's set, which is Corvosa. Yes, so yeah, a lot of world building stuff in there. There's huge amounts of character development stuff, so some new interesting things you can do with your character. It has an interesting building in the story arc for you getting into this game, which is a good idea, where you have to pick like this trait, something that's gone wrong that you have to try and fix. And then you get XP for doing that. Everyone does. The book is beautifully laid out, filled with illustrations. It's got all the things for all the different monsters you're going to encounter. It's also full of these maps for every single encounter, as well as maps of cities and just the world as a whole. Yeah, this is a fantastic book. As someone who's tried to write adventures, I know how hard that can be, and especially writing campaigns. And this saves you that trouble. It gives you everything you need to know, all about the world, the different arcs. Obviously you can go different places, different times. You will need to do a lot of reading to understand this, and there is other things you can read to kind of understand it all better. But yeah, this is a lovely book. It's really well written, and yeah, so great little addition. You know, if you have Pathfinder and you want to play it, obviously you will need the base books to play this, you know, the player's guide and all of that. But if you have those, yeah, a lovely campaign for you to play through, which has got very fleshed out characters and a great storyline to play through. So there's that. What else have we got here? Let me bend over. So we have Kingdom of Air, Kingmaker. So this is, as you can see, quite a small box. It's a little card game. I can't really remember much more about it, I'm afraid. I haven't really looked into it much. It is coming to Kickstarter very soon. I think it's the 11th of January this is due to be on Kickstarter. Because of when it's arrived, I'm unlikely to get the videos done for this in time for the Kickstarter. I'll see what I can do, but yeah, it's It's like a week away. I've got other videos lined up. We'll see what happens with that. But hopefully their Kickstart will do well for them, and I will of course still be doing a review at some point. It might just be a bit late to be fully useful there. So that was all the new arrivals. So let's move on to the figures. So New Year's figures, we have Facebook. We've had the Facebook account, Facebook page for 49 weeks, so we're still not quite at a year yet. We've hit 2,237 likes, so that's good. We're still growing. Yeah, not much growth, but it is still growing. I expected a bit of a slowdown with figures, and of course that has happened, and hopefully, you know, if I start churning out a bit more content, being a bit more active, because I have been a bit inactive the last week or so because of the holidays, so we'll try and step that back up and get things improving. Twitter, 52 weeks, so it's a year now that we've had the Twitter page, and 9,424 followers on Twitter. So, you know, same sort of situation, a little growth there, not really much, and it's not too surprising, but the important thing is it is growth, and we are continuing to grow as a channel. We've got great new things planned for the new year. YouTube, 54 weeks we're on YouTube with the channel, and the subs are at 3,525. So we are holding above that 3,500. We were just below it last time, and this time we've kind of ticked over and we're just holding our own there. But, you know, next giveaway I'm sure we'll see a boost again, and hopefully, you know, as content starts kicking out and kicking into gear this year, we'll also see increases going on there. Views, 118,360 views, which is a huge increase still, which I'm glad to see. This Christmas period has proven me one thing, that I am very wrong about when people choose to watch videos. People have been hungry for content over the holiday period, the 2 weeks of Christmas and New Year, and I have not been delivering to that. So I think I could have had a lot better figures wise for this festive period if I had been putting out more content, and especially more content people are actually interested in. So that's something I will keep in mind for future years. But still, you know, 6,000 odd views this week is really good, and a big part of that has been the top 10 again. So that had 2,500 of the views, so you can see how that is constantly being a big contributor at the moment, and I really do want to try and get some more top 10s done. It's just a matter of finding the time amongst all the reviews that I need to do, but I am planning to do it. The other big contributors this week were how to play videos for Sushi Go Party and for Time Stories. Now I think the reason for this is Sushi Go Party, holiday time, people playing games that they wouldn't necessarily play a lot of the time, and also people being given games and then playing them. So they've been learning how to play those. Time Stories, again, I think it's probably just it's being given as a gift and it's people learning how to play. I've definitely seen an increase in the last week on how to play videos as opposed to any of the other types. Playthroughs have also seen an increase actually, but reviews not particularly. Reviews leading up to Christmas and in the week of Christmas definitely were very popular, and still probably the most popular videos. This past week, how to play videos have been what people are watching. So yeah, that is my diaries for another week. Thank you all for doing the whole watching and everything, and please continue to interact with the channel, subscribe, etc, etc, and as always, thanks for watching, and bye for now.